The accrued fines are non-negotiable, Mr. Davis. You will pay them.
Perhaps we should discuss this jurisdictionally.
As the city attorney, I find these fines are in violation of Ordinance 4B.
Cold air hit my face when I opened the gate. The morning was gray. A trash truck hissed down the street. The smell of coffee clung to my sleeve. And there it was on my sidewalk again. A bright orange paper slapped to the concrete with packing tape, the word fine in huge black ink. $40 for a leaf that blew across the line. Another for a trash can pulled out 5 minutes late. My porch light flickered. A car alarm chirped once. I peeled the paper up and felt the stick of the tape on my fingers. My mailbox held 3 more. 7 fines. Same day. Same handwriting. I looked up and saw her across the cul-de-sac, arms folded, sunglasses on though the sun hadn't even broken. She smiled like it was nothing. I felt my jaw lock. Karen posted fines on my sidewalk since 2009, too bad I am the city attorney. That's the heart of it. She liked power. She ran our HOA like a tiny kingdom. She claimed the sidewalk was under her control. She said the board approved a community standards update back in 2009. That was her line, every time. She loved to hit me when I was busy. A slip at 7:15 a.m. A warning at 9:00 p.m. A penalty posted at 11:42 p.m. She counted minutes like rent. I told myself to breathe. This wasn't about leaves. It was about who got to make the rules. And whose rules were actually real. I tried talking first. I always do. I knocked on her door at noon, when the heat shimmered and the smell of asphalt from the repaved street made my head buzz. She opened the door a crack. I said, "This seems off, Karen. Sidewalk is city property." She said board rules override when safety is involved. I said, "Let's meet the board." She said, "Send an email." I sent 3. No reply. At the next meeting, she sat at the head of the folding table and banged a spoon against a mug. I raised my hand. Neighbors stared down at their laps. One whispered, "Don't push it." Karen read a list of new fees. She skipped public comment. She ended the meeting in 8 minutes. The room emptied like a fire drill. I stood there with my notes and felt invisible. That was my line in the sand. I promised myself to use proper channels only. No yelling. No sneaky stuff. Just the law. I walked home in the late light and started the plan. Timeline item 1, April 5th at 4:27 a.m. false trespass call. Timeline item 2, May 3rd, 2024 at 9:00 p.m. fine posted for a trash can already inside the gate. Timeline item 3, June 12th at 6:55 a.m. photo of a leaf and a $40 ticket. I lined up photos, emails, and call logs in a binder. Then I filed a public records request for every HOA communication with the city since 2009. 2 weeks later, the file landed with 63 pages. I read every word at my kitchen table. Coffee ring on page 9. A typo on page 30. And one key thing, there was no city ordinance giving the HOA power over sidewalks. Not in any year. Not ever. Here was the trap. Our city held a quarterly open forum at the library. It was live streamed. I signed up to speak. That morning, I called code enforcement. I called the city inspector. I called our community officer too. I didn't hide a thing. I sent them my binder and the 63 pages. Everyone showed up. The room smelled like old books and lemon cleaner. Karen walked in late with her clipboard and a stack of bright orange fines. She wore her sunglasses on top of her head like a crown. When they called my name, I stepped up. I said, "This will be short. I live on Primrose Court. I've received 102 fines on my sidewalk." I set the binder down. I said, "The sidewalk is public property. Our code says it clear. HOA rules cover private lots only. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted." Then I clicked play on the projector. The video was simple. My porch cam. My neighbor's doorbell cam. The timestamps glowed. She was walking up at odd hours, taping fines, sometimes at 11:58 p.m., sometimes at 2 a.m. A clip showed a gust of wind dropping a maple leaf. She stepped in with a ticket 30 seconds later. People gasped. Someone laughed low. In the back, a teen whispered, "This is wild." Phones went up. Comments started flowing on the live stream. A chat pinged, "Look at the date, 2009? She's been at this since we were kids." The city inspector raised a hand and asked to pause. He read from the code, simple and plain. The board had no authority over the walkway, storm grates, or curb. None. Karen shifted in her seat. Her clipboard creaked. Then came the flip. The officer asked Karen to step forward. He asked if she had evidence of any ordinance for her sidewalk rule. She said yes. She pulled a wrinkled sheet. He read it, frowned, and looked to the inspector. The inspector said, "This is not an ordinance. It's a sample form from a website." The council chair cleared her throat. She said, "We'll accept public comment and then deliberate." The board's own treasurer stood up and said, "We were told the city signed off. We see now that was false." The room hummed. The council moved fast. They directed code enforcement to issue a notice. Illegal fines must be rescinded. Refunds must be offered within 30 days. The officer explained another part for everyone watching. Making false complaints to the city is a crime. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. Karen's sunglasses slid off her head and clattered on the tile. It spread fast after that. Neighbors posted clips. The live stream hit 12,000 views by night. A local blog wrote the headline, "Sidewalk Sovereign Loses Crown." People commented from 3 states away. My inbox pinged with thank you notes. One had a screenshot of refunds hitting accounts. After a special vote, the HOA removed Karen as president by a margin of 80-4. The city gave her a formal warning and a civil fine of $1,200 for misuse of posted notices that mimicked official city tags. The board agreed to new training and a clear rules sheet. I took a quiet walk the next morning. The air was warm. No neon paper. Just chalk drawings from the kids. My neighbor waved and slid a plate of muffins over the fence. We laughed about the headlines, then watered the little street tree together, no tickets in sight. Please follow for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think she got what she deserves? Comment below.